Hello, I'm Jim from Come Play With Us, and in this video, I'm going to be playing Lightning Train. This is a bag building train game brought to you by the same designer of Dune Imperium and Clank. So yeah, that's what made me really interested in this game. It is a train game. I'm not a huge fan of train games. I did like I don't know, the one I had was called Railroad Tycoon. I think they rebranded it Railways of the World. I did like that one. But besides that, I'm not a huge train game fan, so was a little leery at this, but I gave it a try, and it is a pretty interesting game. So I thought I'd do a video here and show you how it works. I am going to be playing solo. When you play solo, you are playing with two other rivals. During the setup of the game, the rivals, depending on the difficulty, will get some bonus turns before you get to start. So I've done those bonus turns already. I'm playing on easy, so they got 3 bonus turns each. So you'll see purple and green here are the rival robot, kind of autonomous players, and they've already made 3 moves, and so they've got some routes on the board already, and some stations here. You can see with their colors. There are some neutral stations that go out during setup, and then there's goods that go on the board during setup. And then there's also the starting market here, which has the different chips you can buy to put in your bag. Like I said, this is a bag building game. Now this game's going to play 12 rounds or until the transcontinental line is complete, and that means that we have an uninterrupted track that goes from San Francisco to New York. That will trigger a bonus scoring where we score locomotives, which are these chips here that have this extra bonus plus in the corner, and they look like a locomotive. Everybody scores 2 points for each of those in that line. And then we check to see if the game end's been triggered in a 3-player game, which is what we're playing here with the solo. So the game end is triggered when the transcontinental line is built and Houston or Seattle. So we're using Houston or Seattle or both are connected to that transcontinental line. That triggers the game end. You finish the round and then you play one more round. Stations cannot be built in the final round, and then you're going to do a final delivery, which works a little different in the solo game from the regular game. So I'll go through that, and then who the highest score wins. So it's pretty simple that way. I'll explain the rules as we go, so I'm just going to get right into this because it is a fairly simple game once you get into it. Okay, player always goes first in the solo game. At the start of round, we're going to flip one of these cards. There's 12 of these. If you go through this whole deck, that will also end the game. So usually these just put more goods on. So the first one we got here is cattle ranchers, so that we're going to put some cattle on Oklahoma City and St. Louis, and then discard this card. So here's St. Louis, and then Oklahoma here. And now we just go into our turn. So I've already drawn my starting chips here. Now I always like to buy first. There's no real order you need to go into, but during your turn, there's a bunch of things you can do. So you can build a rail line once per turn. You can make a delivery, assign trains to your rail yard, which is this section of your board here. You can take rail yard actions. You can play actions and upgrade cards. You can spend money, and then there's chip actions that you can get from the kind of the chips you play. I should mention, I drew 2 goals at the beginning of the game. So my 2 goals are connect your rail lines to oil, steel, and textile producer cities. If you connected to 2 of those types, you get 4 points. If you can connect to them all, you get 7 points at the end of the game. So I'm looking for cities that produce these goods. I want to connect to those. And my other goal card is build rail lines in different regions. So if I build 6, I get 4, 7, I get 6, 8, I get 8. So those kind of combo nicely together. So here are my starting chips. So basically I'll get some money here. So I've got 4 money that I can spend. I like to do that first. Now, you don't have to do that first, but I like to do that first because it just reminds me to do it. Oh, and the other thing you have to do first is you have to look for this lightning train symbol. For any lightning train symbol you draw, an extra train car, and it goes into your lightning stack here. So I've got one of those too, and $4. So if we look here in the market, you can see the costs at the top. So you can see there's no $4 chips. Now I can buy more than one chip, so I could buy 2 of these, or I could, and every time you buy, you refill the market right away. So I could buy one of these, refill, and see what I get, and buy another. There's 2 really nice chips in here. The other thing is here I could buy this one, but then I'd lose that other dollar because you don't get change. This chip is nice too because this gives you a contract, although it gives you a contract in the starting area, which I find, in this game, these can become useless pretty quickly because, there's not a lot of lines in the starting area here. You've got only one station that needs to be built still, and you need the contracts to build stations or rail lines in that area. Otherwise, you can't build. So really, there's a station and there's 3 lines in here. And you start at you can see on my board, I've got a blue contract there. You At the start of the game, you've got blue contracts, and so very quickly that can become useless. So I don't really like to buy these ones. And you can see there's another one here. Now this one gives you $3, but it lets you build in any of the 3 starting zones. So this one's a little better. It's probably a good starting game one to buy. I don't have enough to buy that now, but I could have enough because I have $4. I could take a loan here. Loans give you $1 extra, which doesn't sound like a lot because you got to pay $4 to pay the loan back. But I mean, this is a nice chip, so I could spend that extra dollar. I could take a loan and spend that extra, but I'm not going to do that because there are 2 really good chips in the starting area. This one is very good to start. So I'm going to buy this one for 2, and I still have $2 left. So I'm going to see what other chip I get up here. Now, when you draw the chips, you look at the bottom here, and it has a symbol, and you just line the symbol up here. So this one is trash this chip to build a station for free. That's pretty nice. You can see this area is full. So what you do is you slide these over one. So now that one's cheaper, and it goes there. So now I can still buy another chip. I'm going to buy this chip here because this one's still pretty good. It lets me do deliveries, which you can't really do from the start of the game. And then I'll draw another chip to fill it up. And this one goes in the 3 spot, so that one's going to go there. Okay, so that's my buys for the turn. Now, when you buy new chips, they go into your warehouse at the side here. They don't go back. They don't go into your bag right away. So you just put them to the side of your board. There's a little warehouse there to remind you. Okay, so I'm done spending my money. Now I have 2 contracts, like I said. You need contracts to build anywhere, so I have 2 contracts. The interesting thing about these starting contracts is when you use them at the beginning, when you use these as contracts, you do burn them right away. That's what this trash symbol is on here for. I don't know if you can see that, maybe get closer to here, this trash symbol. So when you do use it, now I've got 2 contracts here. I could use both of them, but I only have to trash one of them. And I have 2 trains to start. So I could use these to build a station. So if you're doing that and you kind of prep, you could put these in this build station area. And then once a turn, you can use those to build a station. And then I could build in any of the starting areas. Or I could use these to build some track. You have to build track from one of your own stations or one of the sunshine spots at the beginning of the game. So I can start from any one of these. Or I could build a station anywhere in, where I have a contract. Now I have a contract for all 3 of these zones, so I could build a station any of those places. And the cost of the station is on the station itself. So here I could build for 1, 2 up here. Those are pretty much the only stations that haven't been built in the starting areas. So you know what? I think this one's cheap. So why I want to go here, because there's another rule. So to build in these 2 spots here, I normally need 2 trains, but if I have a station here, whenever you're building from one of your own stations, you get a discount of 1 train. So I could actually build a station here and build one of these lines, which would be pretty good. So I think I will do that. To do that, I only put 1 in my build station spot here, and then I can spend this other one here to build the line. And I can build 1 line and 1 station per turn, so I'm going to do both of those things. So I'll spend that there. The train token doesn't go to your warehouse, it goes actually on the board. So that's another thing you have to watch when you're playing this game, is you're going to run out of these as you build tracks. You don't want to build too much track track too soon. I mean, that's why you have this lightning train thing. That's how you get trains back in. So another kind of, I didn't get one of those ships, but you want to look for those lightning train ships because they help bring trains back to you quicker. So I'm going to build a big station here for 1. And so I've got 2 to choose from. They're not both in the camera here. So there's 2 in the market at all times. So I'll show you the 2 I have to choose from. These 2. And so basically what these show you is the good that can be delivered to them, and then you'll score points. You get 1 point when somebody delivers a good to your station, plus any track that it goes over. So I've got my choice between these kind of resources. Now there is steel up here, so you can see this here. That's up here. So there is steel on the board. I mean, oil will come in here at some point, and steel will come in here at some point. But that's very cheap, right? I mean, I would only get, if I built tracks here to get those, that'd be worth 2 points. 1 point for going over my track and 1 point for delivering to my station. So you kind of actually want to look for stuff that's farther away. So now there's some corn here. This one gets corn, and the gold, which is up here. So those are farther away. So I could make more points delivering here from farther away things. So I think I'm going to take this one, put it there, and then you refill the market right away. When you build a station, you pull the leftmost cube off your board here, and there's bonuses that you can get as you build more stations. And this goes on the station to mark that it's your station. And then the other thing is I can build, I've got 1 train left to build my train line. And like I said, you get a discount of 1 train. So you pull that from your reserve here. So you kind of want to build around your stations because that is a kind of efficient way to build lines. And I think I'm going to build towards this crop out here. So I'm going to build this line here. Okay. And that's basically all I can do here. Now I've got to trash one of these contracts. They both have green in them. So kind of depends on where I want to, do I want to build more in blue or do I want to build more in red? I think because I'm trying to build towards that crop, I think I want to keep the red one, so I'll trash this one here. Now normally I would clear this and draw my next, in a normal game I would clear this and then draw my next chips from the bag while the next person goes. But they suggest in the solo game to play the rival turns first and then clear, just to kind of help you remember the turn order here. Okay, so we got two rivals to run. We got purple and green, so purple is always going to go first and green is going to go next. And there is a turn aid, a little handy dandy aid here that kind of tells you how their turns work. It's pretty simple. For each one, you're going to roll a die. So we'll start with purple, we'll roll a die, and we got a 6 here, okay? So what I'm going to look, they have these builder tokens here, so that's the city they're in. Now, I rolled a 6, so I'm going to look for a city that has a 6. This one has a 6 here. And that looks like the only 6 that's around that city. So that means the purple is going to build track there. And while they have locomotives, they're always going to use 1 locomotive first until they run out. And then they're going to fill the rest in with their other trains. Now that he's built the track, he's going to move to that city. And if it can build a station there, it will. And it will use, again, it'll use the number. There's numbers on top of the stations. That's a little bit out of view here, but you can kind of see it on the top of these little ones. So that means it's going to build this station here. And then you just put the cube on there. Okay, so that's how, and then refill right away. And then the last thing the rivals do on every turn is they're going to try to make a delivery. They'll make a delivery anywhere that gives them more points than anybody else. I want to time box this to an hour and a half. I usually do my videos about an hour and a half. So I'm going to play this quite fast. So it is likely that I'm going to make mistakes on the scoring part. So forgive me because I'm going to try and play faster just to get the video in, instead of spending like an hour trying to evaluate what the best thing is. But I'll try my best. But just in the interests of making the video shorter, I'm not going to spend hours evaluating all the things. But we could just do a quick scan. So this one's not connected to any of the resources it needs. This one here, like it's easier to look at their stations first because that's where they're going to score most of their points at the beginning of the game. This one can get a delivery here It's not connected to this yet. So this is probably the most points it could score, or it could go this way too. Those are pretty much equal. So I'll go this way. And when you do that, so you basically take the good and then you cover up that good on the station because it can no longer deliver that, doesn't want that anymore. And then he'll score 1 point for his rail line here and 1 point for his station. So that's 2 points for purple. You see the rivals turns are pretty easy to run. Okay, so now we're going to do green. Green has got a 5. Green is here. So looking for a 5 here. 5 is up here and down here. So there's 2 spaces with 5s. Okay, and so it says, if there are multiple matching cities, choose the first alphabetically. Okay, so that's Detroit. And this one is Atlanta. Atlanta comes first in the alphabet. So we're going to go to Atlanta. Oh, and it's got St. Louis too. So there's lots of 5s around here. But Atlanta's A, so it's going to do Atlanta. Again, we got to do locomotive first. Then we fill out the rest. Then he's going to move down to Atlanta. Now there's no station here. The station here is already built actually by him. So they're not going to build a station. And then now he's going to do the same thing. He's going to look for a delivery. So he's got this crop here, but this crop's not connected to anything yet. There's no oil on the board yet. So does he have any other stations? I think those are the only 2 stations that green has. Now you don't have to deliver to your station, so that you could do a delivery here if this was connected to something, but textiles is up here, not connected yet, and the gold is over there, or whatever that is. I think it's gold over there, not connected to anything, so can't deliver there. I'm not even sure we can do any of these deliveries yet. Oh, this can get delivered here. That's pretty much the only thing. Now green can't score more points than purple by doing that delivery, so he's just not going to do a delivery. And that's the end of the rival's turn. So that's the end of 1 round. And then now we just rinse and repeat. Actually, at the end of the round, I'm supposed to clear, you clear anything left in here into your warehouse, and then you're going to drop up to, until these 5 spaces are full. Now, that's a bit of a trick there, because if I don't have any of my starting chips, but if you have a chip with this little plus sign on the top left, they actually go in these spaces, and if you upgrade this later in the game, that gives you 2 more spaces. You keep drawing until this row is filled. So if you draw the plus ones, you can actually get more chips out than just the 5. But at the start of the game, I don't have any of those kind of chips. And I've got 10 chips, so basically we'll just draw the other 5 chips I started with. And you always draw one at a time because of that plus thing could happen, but I'm going to skip ahead because I don't have any of those in my bag. Okay, and now that's in the round. Now we go to the next round. So again, we're just going to flip one of these cards. So we get 2 steel in Birmingham. Okay, again, I like to spend my money first, so I've got $3 to spend. Okay, so I got 2 contracts in the $3 spot. Like I said, blue is not the greatest contract to get, but you know, I can't afford anything else. This chip is also nice because it has the hat. Whenever you buy a chip with the hat on it, you get one of your locomotives out of your supply. And also, if you get 2 hats in your boarding area, you get a lightning train. So that's good. And this also gives me $2. So this is good for those things. And then the contract's kind of a bonus that I might be able to use. So I'm going to buy this one. And then the next one, we got a 4 here. So I'll go there. So I've done my purchasing. Oh, sorry. And I remember I got a locomotive because I purchased a token with a hat in it. Okay, so I've got 2 trains to spend, and I've got a contract. Now now's probably a good time to burn this blue contract. But now the thing, well, I guess I could, yeah. So let's see. I probably could build a station, build my second station, then I would get a card. Or I could build some more line. I have to build in blue or red, which the only place I can build. So I mean, I wanted to build this here, and I should say that you can only build line from one of your own stations or connected to one of your existing lines, or again, you can always build from one of these starting cities, the sunrise city. So I could build up here. Now stations don't have a restriction. You can build a station anywhere you want. You just need the contract. So I could build this station up here, and I might just do that to get presence up there because I don't have the contract to build down here. Now there is an action space. If you don't have a contract, there is an action space on your board here that you can spend 2 of these trains on to secure any contract for the round. But I only have 2 trains, so then I wouldn't be able to do anything with it. So I think I'm gonna build that station in Montreal, and of course after I use this contract, I have to burn it. And I just bought a blue contract, so that's not a big deal. So we've got 2 choices here: cows and gold, or barrels and crops. I think the gold is. I think I'm gonna go cows and gold because those are on the board. So I'm gonna use my 2 trains to build this guy here. Okay, so that I would use those here, and then because this spot has a green card, I can draw one of these action cards, which gives me a one-time ability that I can use. And this one says, put a locomotive from your supply into your bag. I might as well use that right now. No reason to hold on to that. So I'll take a locomotive, and it goes directly into my bag, which is, well, that's not a super big deal at this point because I'm out of chips in my bag. So all these, well, I guess it's going to get drawn first, so it will come out right away. And then my chips will go in my bag and I'll redraw. So I've got nothing left to do. I've got no more trains to spend. So that's the end of my turn. So now we're going to do the rival turns. So I'll go with purple first. Purple rolled a 6 again. Rolling lots of 6s. Okay, so what do we got? 3. So okay, now I'm in a situation where I've got no 6 where I can build it to. So what you do there is you reset the builder at that point. So the builder is going to go to the big 6. So you can see there's these big dice spaces on the board. So they're going to go to the 6 here, and then going to look for a space to build. Now, these are all built already, so there's nowhere to build there. So in that case, you're going to increment your die by 1. Because I rolled a 6, it's going to wrap around. So now it's a 1, and I'll just do the same thing again. So now I'll move to the 1 die spot. And the 1 die spot is way up here. And then I'm going to build a track towards the 1, which is right here. So they're going to build 1 track up there. And of course, it's going to be the locomotive because they always use 1 locomotive until they run out. And again, move to this spot and then build a station. And it's going to build a station from the 1 spot, which I forgot to redraw. It's going to build this station there. Okay. And now it's going to do a delivery if it can. So does it have any stations it can deliver stuff to? It can do this delivery here for 2 points. That's probably the best option it has right now. This crop is still not linked. It's getting close to being linked, but it's not quite linked yet. So yeah, I think that's the best move from what I can see here. So this one will go here, and purple will get 2 points. Okay, now we got to do green. Man, I just keep rolling 6s. 6 for green, 2. So does he have any 6 spots? No 6 spot to go to. It's going to be the same thing. It's going to end up because 6 is going to go to 6, and then that's full, and then it's going to go to 1. Now 1 is full up here, so it's going to tick the die up until it can deliver. There's only 1 spot left here, so it's going to go here. And then it's going to slide down to here, and it's going to build a train station using the 3, which is this one here. All right, and then it's going to do a delivery. Okay, so what's the best thing green could? I don't think any of the green's stations are connected to any goods yet. No. So the only good that's really connected are these two, and they're not connected to any stations that want that good. So he's not going to do a delivery. So that's the end of the round. Okay, so my chips come off. I am going to draw that locomotive now. And now because you see the locomotive has the plus sign in the top left, it goes here. And then my bag is empty now. So I'm going to refill it with chips from the warehouse. We'll shuffle those up and redraw. Getting a lot of money this round. Okay. Hey, next round. So we're going to draw the top card again. And so now we're going to get steel production in Birmingham and Pittsburgh. So another one there and another one there. So I'll do my money again first. I don't have any lightning trains. So I've got $5 to spend. Okay, so I could get one of these. So this one let me trash just to get a free station. I like that. That's pretty nice. Although this one here gives me a locomotive and it lets me build through tunnels. So that's these spaces here. They give you, oh, and I haven't been paying attention to I've only built the one track, but it's very subtle on the board. There are, if there are stars on the track that you build, then you get points for building that track. And all the tunnel ones have that. But you can't build on tunnels unless you have this tunnel symbol. So it's nice to do that. I mean, there is dynamite. There's a space on your board that you can use to called that lets you build tunnels or build an extra rail line on the turn. So that's the space here. Use explosive space. If I put two trains in here, then I can build tunnels, build in a line through tunnels, and or I could build an extra line that turn. You can actually do both because you can kind of, if you have enough rail lines, you can do this, use that action to build your tunnel, and then you could if you had more trains, you could refill this and then do the extra rail line build as well. Okay, but so that is good. It would give me another locomotive as well, and then it also has a plus sign on the left hand. So yeah, I think that is the one I'm going to get. I mean, this one gives me $2, and then anytime I generate $7 or more in money from the boarding, it gives me 2 points. That's very situational because you have to have this chip in there and then also generate 7. So that's not, it's okay, but I think I'd prefer to have this one. Okay, so we got, oh, this is a nice chip. This lets me do deliveries, is a contract for the R section here, and has a lightning train. So that is pretty sweet. That's a $6 one. Okay, so I've done my purchase. And now I've got the locomotives work just like trains, except you kind of want to hang on to them because they go into these slots here. So that's kind of nice. But you want to get them into the rail line where the transcontinental line will go. And I'm not really in position to do that yet. So I probably don't want to spend this in a track. But I mean, I want to start getting some tracks going. So I think I'm going to build one track here. Oh, I don't have any contracts. So here's the problem. So what I could do is use this plus this to secure a contract, right? And then I could use this one to build a line. I could build here for one, or one of these two spaces, because remember when you're building from your station, then you get a bonus one. So I could do either of those spots. I am trying to get this out to here. So I think I will build here. Okay, and that's all I can do for my turn. So let's do purple. Hey, I got a 3, something different. Okay, so they're both up here. So can build a track here, so that's where we'll build. Last locomotive for purple. Move to Calgary. There's no station to build there, so I'm not going to build a station. And now I can do a delivery. Is there anything I can deliver? I did hook this steel up, but is there any places that need steel? I don't see any places that need steel at this point. Oh, this one over here is not hooked up yet. Yeah, I don't really, nothing's really hooked up to things it needs yet. So I don't think we're going to see any deliveries this round for the rivals. I don't even have a token that lets me do deliveries yet. Okay, 2 for green. Okay, so 2 is here, so it's building this ginormous line here. Now, I should mention the rivals do not score points for building lines because this is a 4-point line, but they don't score points for the lines that they build. Okay, and there is a station there, so they are going to build the number 2 station, which is this one. Oh, they're working that transcontinental line is, well, if they built this here, I mean, kind of getting going on that. Okay, so then they have to do their delivery if they can do a delivery. I don't think anything's changed. They didn't hook up to any goods with that move. So I don't think we're going to see there's nothing really to deliver at this point. Okay, and around. So these chips should be over here. These guys out here. Redraw my next chips. Contract. Goes here. Okay, I do have one lightning train. Grab a train, that goes there. And I got 1 hat. I need 2 hats to get another lightning train. Okay, that's the start of the next round. Okay, so we've got Houston oil fields. So we've got 2 oil going into Houston. So we're going to get some oil on the board finally. Okay, so much money do I have here? 1, 3, 4. I've got $5 to spend. Okay, so now I'm 1 away from this chip. So I might, I mean, I don't like really, I mean, this gives me a free station, which is okay. But this is really nice. Because I'm going to need, I don't have any chips. I don't think I have any chips that give me deliveries right now. So I might take the loan. I am going to take the loan to get the extra dollar and get this 6 chip. It might be a good move, or it might not be. We'll see. And the loan, of course, goes in your bag too. When it comes up, then you'll have the opportunity to pay it, to get rid of it. If you don't get rid of the loan, it's you lose a couple. I think it's 2 points at the end of the game for each loan you have. So you want to get rid of those. Okay, so I did my buy. I have 3 trains to use here. I think I want to build a line. And I have blue. I can build anywhere in the starting area without, securing a contract. So I did want to build this line. The problem, I mean, I only have 3 chips, so I can build that line, but I'm putting my locomotive in a spot that's not really in a good spot to connect to. Well, I mean, you could, if the transcontinental went this way, but I mean, it's not looking like it, but I'm going to use it anyways. This isn't my station, so I don't get a bonus for building this, but I can build this because it connects to my line, and it also connects to this station here. But now I'm connected to that good. So theoretically, if I had a delivery, a token that gave me the delivery action, I could do that. But I am going to do the delivery, and I'll show you how something I forgot to mention at the beginning of the game. But before I do that, this is a 1-point track. It has a star there. So I'm going to get my first point. Yay. At the beginning of the game, I forgot to mention, you do get these 2 tokens, and it depends what player count game. Everybody gets 2 of these. I think if you're playing like the later players get these ones, which give them a contract or a delivery. But these are basically free delivery tokens that they get. So even though I don't have a delivery action on any of my chips in here, I have these 2 one-time use deliveries. So I'm going to spend one of those right now to do my delivery. And how deliveries work, I think we already did one, but basically you pick this. If you've ever played Railroad Tycoon or Railways of the World, it's a little counterintuitive because in Railroad Tycoon, I think you pick the spot and then deliver it to the closest station. This is the reverse. You pick the station you want to meet the demand for, and then you grab the good that is the closest to that station. There's only one crop. I believe there's only one crop. Oh no, there's crops over here, but this one's not connected. There's only this one here, so this is the closest one, and then it's going to go 1, 2, 3 lines. You just count the lines, not the rails in the line. So 3 lines to get here. And I get the point because it's delivered to my station. So that's a 4-pointer there. And now you'll see there's, you can't quite see. It's a bit off camera, but there are bonus spaces on the score track that when you land on them or pass them, you get a bonus. So I've passed the one on the 3-point thing that lets me unlock one of my bonus chips. So at the start of the game, you've got these 4 bonus chips up here, and when you pass those spaces on the track, you get to unlock one. So I can pick any one of these ones. This one is nice because it gives you a contract anywhere. So that's a good one in the beginning of the game. And this one gives me deliveries, which I think I did take a delivery token. I think I'm going to grab the contract one. Okay. So where did I build? I built my track in green, so I think I have to trash this one, right? It's purple first. Got a 3. Okay, so they're building that route there. They have no more locomotives left, so they'll just be using regular trains from now on. Station's already built there, so they won't be doing a build, and now they'll do a delivery. Okay, so I did connect to this now, and then purple has a spot here. I mean, it could deliver to here, but it's not going to because that doesn't give it more points than anybody else. And the rule is it will do the one that gives it the most points, where it has more points than anywhere else. If it's tied, it'll do the delivery if it's tied with only one person. It won't do the delivery if it's tied with 2 people. So this one's going to go here. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, it's not going to do that. It's going over green. Sorry, this is purple's turn. So it's not going to do that because green's going to get 3 points out of that, and purple's only going to get 2. So it won't make that delivery. Anything anywhere else connected? Gold here. These aren't connected yet. Yeah, it doesn't. I don't see anything. Yeah, so it's not going to do delivery. Okay, so now green's going to go. It's got a 3. There's no 3. It's interesting. There's no 3 in any of those. I guess the 3 was this way. So he's going to move to 3, which is down here, and try to do 3, which is there. He's also done with his locomotives. He's going to move here. The station there is already built. Now, green will deliver this token. Even though it's going to purple spot, green will make more points than purple off of this delivery. So green is going to do the delivery. Purple will get 2 points, and green will get 3, and I will get 1. Now I've gotten to another bonus there, which is getting an action card. So this time I'm getting a rubber stamp. Oh, that's nice. So this gives me a free contract when I want to use it. Okay, so that's the end of green's turn. So that's the end of the round. Okay, out of chips, so I'm going to refill my bag. Okay, so now you see I filled my plus spots here. So now I'm being inefficient because I haven't unlocked this yet. So I want to, now that I've got enough chips in here that, 2 spaces isn't going to fill out, I might want to think about industrializing. Okay, I've got 2 hats plus 2 lightning trains, so that's 3 lightning trains, because for every 2 hats you have, you get a lightning train, so I have 3 lightning trains in that draw. Okay, beginning of the next round. Going to oil production's on the rise. We're doing Houston and Calgary. Calgary's up here. And Houston's going to get another one. Okay, now it's my turn. Okay, so I have $3, so not enough to pay my loan, unfortunately. I probably would have done that. So I only have 3. So I mean, I could get this contract. This is not a great contract. Now there are these $2 chips here. A bunch of these. These are kind of nice. They're like your starting dollar chips, but they go into the plus spot instead of filling up your regular spot. This is another situation where I might want to take a loan, but I don't really like. I mean, this one's nice, but don't know if I really want to do that one. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm just going to buy one of these chips. I mean, this would perfect turn to pay the loan back if I had $1 more. Now, I do have, in the solo game, I have a dynamite. This dynamite here. And it's a one-time use thing, and I could use that to clear the market and draw back up to 5. But from that point on, there's only going to be 5 chips in the market. I don't think I'm going to use that here, but, I could use that at this point because, I don't really have anything good to buy from here. Although, you know what? This is still better than that because this does give me a contract and it's pretty much the same. So maybe I will take that. Okay, so this one's going to slide everything down 1. Okay, money's done. Now, I could actually do 2 deliveries on this turn. So I've got 2 delivery symbols there. I can also build through tunnels. This is also nice. And I have 3 trains to use to build. Now I could industrialize. But I need a contract. Do I have any contracts? I have the brown contract. So I could build a station in the brown area. Maybe that's what I will do. And it looks like most of the stations there are 2. So not quite. Now I could put this here for a future turn and fill it next turn. I could do that, but I might want to hang on to this to build a track. So I'm going to spend 2 here to build a station in the brown area. Okay, so I've got several options here. I can build the big one here, or these two. I don't know that you would never not want to build the big one because it gives you more scoring opportunities. So I've got 2 to choose from. So one with the cattle and the textile, and one with oil and crops. Now there are crops nearby here. There's cattle over here. Oil's down here and up there. Yeah, so the oil and crop one might be nice. Let's do the cattle one. Okay, so this, I forgot my cube here. Now this one gives me both, it lets me trash one, and I can trash from my boarding area or my warehouse. So I'm going to trash one of these. Okay, and then I can build a track. I've got 1 train left to do that, so I could build a track here or here. And I think I want to start heading towards this cattle. Now remember, I also have my goals where I want to build track. I want to connect my tracks to the different goods spaces. And I want to put them in different regions. So I think I'm doing all right with that because I've got green here. I've got no blue. I've got red here. And yeah, so if I put this here, I'll get 2 regions. I'll get the brown and the Midwest. I guess I got to start thinking about connecting my tracks to the 3, because the only one I connected to, well, I've connected to this one, so that's 1. And I've connected to this one, but that's crops. I needed the steel, oil. So he took that spot. The green took that spot. Or this one here. Those are the ones I want to connect to. So I've got 1 of them at least. I got the steel. But I got to remember to start looking at those. But I think I'm doing good on the region one because I got 2, 3. I've got 4 regions already. So that's pretty good. Although the low bar is 6. So I haven't even met the low bar yet. Okay. Okay, so I did the bill. I built the station and I built a line. And I can do deliveries. 2 deliveries if I want. So let's see what we got. Do I even have anywhere I can build deliveries? I don't think this guy. There's not. Yeah, none of my stations are really connected to goods at this point. So the other thing I look at is, can I transport goods somewhere that uses my lines? Not really. I mean, there's steel here, but yeah, I don't think I can really do any deliveries that are going to benefit me at this point. And I'll do the rivals turns. 1 for purple. They're just moving across the map here. We're about to fill that station thing. So this one's going on the board. So they've built quite a few. They've almost built all their stations already. And deliveries. So there's an oil up there. Nothing takes oil that they're connected. Oh, wait a minute. This oil could go here, but that would result in more green points than purple points. So they're not going to do that. Anything else connected? That's the only thing that's connected to that line right now. And steel. The cows, are they? No, the cows are not connected yet. Really just steel, and we don't really have anywhere to deliver steel, which is interesting. Oh, there's a steel here, but it's not connected. Yeah. Oh, this oil can go here. Purple's not going to do that. Green might do that. Green will probably do that oil there. No crops left. Yeah. Okay, so I don't think purple's doing any deliveries. So green's turn. Green has got 2. Where the heck did green end up? Here. So I can't do anything there. So he's going to move to the 2 space, which is here. And then from there, try to go to 2, which is here. So it's going to build there. Okay, this is getting interesting now because now we've connected to San Francisco. Green's moving here. There's can't build a station there. So now it's going to do a delivery. So we've got a crop here. Crop could go there. 1, 2, 3 track. Yeah, that's going to give purple more purple. No, it gives purple. Well, it's tied. It's 3, 1, 2, 3 green and 3 purple. So it could do that one. The other one it could do is this one here, which would be 2 green and then 2 blue. So that's also a tie, but it's going to get more points doing that up, the one up there. Anything else? I think that's it. So, yeah, because that's. So I think that's what it's going to do. It's going to deliver this one up here. So it's 3 green and 3 purple. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And that's the delivery. Now we're getting close to having the content and why can't I say that word? Transcontinental. It's close. Like we've got it's up to here. And really, we're a couple of connections from connecting, to here. It could go through here. So this is probably the route it's going to take. And now here's a strategy I've found. Because see, green and purple have a lot of locomotives in this route here. What I could do is build the route up here, put my locomotives down in here, and reroute that transcontinental so that take away some of their points. That is something I could try to do. Okay, so now that was green, right? So now it's end of the round. Well, it's going to be a big money turn for me. Okay, beginning of the next round, going to get 2 textiles in Seattle. Okay, so I've got $7, $7 to spend. $7. So I could get. Oh, I really want this one. This one is really good because it gives you 2 lightning trains, lets you build an extra line, and it's a contract for here. So I'm going to get that one. And a 3 here. There. Okay, so what am I going to do this round? Well, I think I'm going to start building that track to divert the Continental rail line to be in my favor, and I want to get locomotives into that. So I need a rail line. So I can build in blue, but I only have 2 trains to spend. And the track I want to build is 4 long. I can build the 1 part. So I think I've got my locomotive here, so I should do it. So I'm going to do my 1 build. I get a bonus train because I'm going to do it for my station. So I'm building this part here. And what I'm going to try to do is build this line here, which will divert the track here. But I mean, it's going to be hard because they build track every round, right? So I got to hope they don't. I mean, they could build this way, hopefully, from here. If they go that way, I might be hooped, but we'll see. So I do have 1 train left. So I could build this. I can only build. Well, I can build anywhere because I have this free contract here. That's contract anywhere. So I could build a 1. If there's a 1 cost station left on the board, I could build a 1 cost station. So those are all gone. So I'm probably just I'm gonna put this here so that this line storage out lets me save that for next round, basically. Okay. Yeah, and I don't have any, I can't, well, I could do a delivery. I have my one-time use chip still left. So is there any deliveries I can do? I don't think there's anything I can do that's hooked up yet. Okay, let's see what purple does. They're going 1. Did go 4, 5, 6. Yeah, not okay. So they're bouncing out of there. Luckily, okay, that's good. They're going way back up here. 1. But there's no. Oh, there's this track here, but they can't do 1 here, so they're gonna build this one. So they're gonna dial up their die until they get to 5, and then they're gonna build that track there. And that station's already there, so they're not going to build the station. And now they can do a delivery. I can get 1 point for delivering that there. And what else is hooked up here? This one. Got nowhere to go. Now we're getting into the complicated parts. The cows somehow are not hooked up to anything yet. Oh, this textile, is that hooked up? No, otherwise we'd have the transcontinental line already if we had that hooked up. This oil can go here, but purple doesn't want to do that. So I think no well, it's going to do a delivery. It's going to deliver this one here. It's going to do that. That's the best it can do. It's going to get 1 point for that. Okay, so green gets a 6. And this is a 1, so it can't deliver there. So it can't deliver to 6 over there, so it's going back to 1. It can't deliver at 1 because that's full. So it's going to go to 2. So it's back here. 2, and there's no 2, so then it's going to keep dialing up the die until it gets to 4, which is the shortest here, so it's going to be this path. Okay, and there's no station there, so it can't build there. And, okay, so I could deliver this one for 2 points, or I could deliver this one for 2 points, but that would give me 2 points, which would be tied, so I would prefer to do this one. Okay, that's the end of the round. There's nothing left in my bag. Okay, so I got a lightning train here, and I've got 3 hats, so I get 2 lightning trains. Start of the next round, we got economic slowdowns. Nothing happening. Oof, I got a lot of money here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 again. I'm kind of at the point where I think, well, I get 1 lightning train and a point here. 1 more would have given me the 2 lightning trains and a point, which would have been nice. Now I can buy more than 1 chip. Now this one's really nice here. So I could get a 5 and a 2. Or I could get a 4 and a 3. This one, whenever I keep generating $7, so that might be, this one might be okay. Free station I might not even be able to use because we're getting close to the end. You know what? I think I'm just going to get this one and just not worry about those other $2. I guess I could get one of these, but I don't think I'm going to. Okay, and now I've got 4 trains. Now I want it to build that line, so I'm going to use 3 trains to build that 4 line. I've got the blue contract here. Building this line here. And that's a 2-point line. I can make a delivery. I've got 1 train left if I want to build a station, but there are no 1-point stations. We already looked at that last round. So yeah, just see if I can make a delivery. I don't think I can. Yeah, because we still haven't connected any of those things up. So yeah, that's it for me. Let's do purple. Purple's going 5. So they're building this here. Oh no, that's not where are they? Oh, they're way back up there again. So we're going that way. And build this station here. That is the last station they can build. And then they're going to do a delivery if they can. There's this green one here. Can go there. So green would get 3 points. Purple would get 3 points. So that's a possibility because it's tied. Anywhere else? I don't think there's anywhere else that has opened up that they can deliver. This gold is still not connected. This steel is not. None of the steels or cows are connected into there yet, although we're getting very close. So let's do that. This one here, and purple and green both get 3. Okay, green's gonna go. You get 4. So they're here. 4. There is no 4 from here, even though there's. How could this must be the 4? No, 2. 5, 1, 2, 3. Oh, they're on the 4 spot. Like, how could there be no 4 from there? There's so many lines from there. Okay, so where's 4 on the board? 3. 4's down here. There's no 4 from there, so I'll take up to 5. So they're going to build this one here. And they're going to build the station. This one here. Oh, no, yeah, they do. It's like, thought they were out of stations. They're not out of stations. Okay. That did not connect anything new goods that station can take. Anything deliveries that can be made for green. Green can deliver this oil for 2 points. I think that's the best thing it can do. I think we exhausted all the goods up here. Yeah, I think so. This oil here. Green's gonna get 2, and I'm gonna get 2 for that. Okay, that's the end of the round. This is not looking like a good draw. No trains. Oof. Oh, there's my loan. Oh, I did get 1 lightning train there. Oh, that's exactly. Oh no, I need 1 more train. I don't have a station in that to give me the bonus. Okay, so I do have 4. I could pay off my loan. Need 1 train. This is not going to be a good turn. Okay, so let's pay the loan off with my money. Yeah, I need to build into new colors is the problem. Well, I guess I should keep building out. Leave that one there. I'll get a bonus. I'll build for my blue station because I got the blue contract. Well, actually, I got an any contract. Maybe I should. Yeah, I should try and build into a color I don't have. So I could go. Oh, I have these colors. What color do I need? I need purple. What other colors do I need? I've got red. I need. Well, purple is the big one here. But I can't build into purple. I have to build. I could build. Well, 3. I'd have to only have 2 trains. Couldn't build that station. Oh, they're both 3-point ones. Yeah, I got to get into here somehow. And this is why I want to build that track. 1 train short. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll build here. But there's no goods in here anymore. But I mean, maybe some goods will show up later. Or I could connect to this. Oh, maybe I'll do this one here. 2 trains. I gotta start getting some points. I don't get a lot of points. So no points for that. I do have 1 delivery that I can make. So I might as well do the cow here and get 3 points. Oh, you know what? I'll have to make note of that. I did pass one of these actually quite a while ago. So I should have grabbed one of these. Maybe this one? All right, so I did my delivery. I did 1 line. That's basically all I can do. So purple's turn. Yeah, I don't think I might get hooped here. 6. 6. It's going to build this track here. Oh, it could go here. Both will start with a C, but Calgary is CA and Shan's CH. So it's not making a very not being very efficient with this track building that it's doing right now. Can't build a station there, but can it do a delivery? Could deliver that here. Probably missed that on a prior turn. 1, 2, but yeah, it gives green more points. Green will probably do that one. Yeah, I don't think it can do a delivery that gives it more points than anybody else. So let's do green. 2. 2 here. Can go there. So Duluth or Dodge. Again, both D's, but it's going to go to Dodge. And it can build 1 more station, so it's going to build a station there. Oops, I forgot to draw. That needs people. No people around there. We're like 1 link away. Oh no, I didn't connect it. This is getting confusing because it's not quite connected in here. It's very close. Like if I would have done that, it would have been pretty close. Okay, so I think it's going to do this one here. So that goes here. So that's 3 points for purple and 2 for purple, 3 for green. Boy, we're all tied here. Didn't even notice that. Okay, and around. Yeah, I need 3 trains at least here. 1 lightning train there. Not looking good. Oh, there we go. Double lightning train. Perfect. Oh, we got 2 hats. I'm getting 4 trains per. Oh, and more. All right. So I have 2 hats, so that's a lightning train. And then 4 actual lightning train symbols. So I get 5 trains. Ooh, that was a good draw. 3, 4, 5. And I can build an extra track because I got the extra track symbol. Okay, so how much money did I get? 3, 4. I got $5. So I could get this chip here. You know, it's just pretty nice. Oh, it looks like I forgot to draw one. Hang on. Should be one more chip out there. 4. That spot there. Yeah, maybe it's time to get this one. Well, that gives me an extra. You know, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do deliveries. Let's take this one. I can do 3 and 2. These kind of combo together. Although, you know what? I can see what the next chip is before I make a decision here. Oh, another 4. Okay, so I didn't get another 2 chip out. Okay, I do have a blue contract and a brown contract. And I can build 2 train links here. So I'm going to build the transcontinental one first. Unfortunately, I didn't do... Did I put both of my... Oh, I put both of my locomotives down. I was like, where are my locomotives? I haven't been buying the chips with the hats on them to get my locomotives out, which is kind of not a good strategy. So the first thing I'm going to do is going to build this line that gives me a point, and that's going to trigger the transcontinental line scoring. So that gives me a point for that track. Okay, so then we look at the line. So this is the shortest route here, and then we're going to look at the locomotives in there. So green's got 2 in that, so they're going to get 4 points. Purple has 1, 2, 3 in that. They're going to get 6 points. And I just have the 1 because my other one's way down here. 2 points. Yeah, that was the best case scenario for me. Unfortunately. Okay, and now the end game gets triggered if Seattle or Houston is connected to that, and they're actually both connected. So Houston's connected this way, and Seattle's connected that way. So that triggers the end of the game. So we're going to finish this round, and then we're going to do one more round. So this is the last round it can build a station. So if I want to build a station, I should build it now. I just have... Well, I've got the any contract again. So I've got 2 trains here, and I've got the any contract plus the blue, well, plus blue plus brown. Yeah, I've got so many contracts sitting there. Okay, so I could build a 2 station anywhere I want, which I might do, because I could generate oil here. You know, this one's not looking bad. I do still need to get tracks into some of these other colors. So I've got green now up here. I need these 2 colors down here. So I might want to... Unfortunately, I don't have 3 trains. I only have 2, and these are 3s. Could build... Yeah, maybe I should build track instead, because I could build this track into purple. Can I build 2 tracks this turn? I think I can. Yes, I have the extra track. So I could build this track here, which would get me into purple. That's probably the best thing I can do. I can't get into here. This is hard to get into there. So I'll get into here. The other thing I'm looking for is connecting to the good spots, but... Okay, so that's my 2 tracks that I built. I can do 1 delivery. What can I deliver to here? Textiles. Nobody's connected to the textiles. It's just all there by itself. Gold is not connected to. Is there any of the cattle? The cattle's here. It is not connected into this giant track. Which might be a good or bad. Like, it's just in this little loop here. Yeah. Doesn't look like there's anything. This is really crazy. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Did I remember to draw the round card? I don't think I did the round card this turn. Hang on. I forgot to flip this. So there should be textiles. One in Toronto, one in Seattle. Where did I need text? I need it here, but that don't connect to that anywhere. This is kind of its own section here. So textiles didn't help me. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can deliver. Now, my stuff is gold and cows. Textiles. Yeah. Nope. That's it. Okay. I guess I will not do a delivery. Probably something I'm missing, but like I said, I wanted to keep this video shorter, so. Let's do purple's turn. 6. Where's purple at? Okay, so it's got to go to 6, and it's going to go to 1. That's all full. 2 full. 2 is not full, so it's going to be here. Okay, can it do a delivery? This textile one. No. Yeah, I think we're done our deliveries. Like, I don't think anything. I don't see there's anything that connects into anything here. We just did not do a good job of connecting to the goods. Like, there's a steel here. There's so much steel on the board, but no. Like, there's steel here. That's not connected to anything. This one's connected in. Here we go. Oh, maybe that's the one I should have done. Well, they're still going to do it because they're not going to do it because they will get 2 points out of that. I will get 3 from that. So they are not going to deliver that steel there. That one's not connected. Yeah, I think they're not going. Maybe I should I have done that one? I mean, I would have gotten 3 points. Purple would have gotten 2. Green would have, it gives me 1 extra point. Yeah. Well, yeah, you know what? It would have given me a point, so green and purple got 2 and I got 1. Let's say I did that, then. Gains me. Oh no, I get 3. What am I talking about? Otherwise, there's no point in me doing that. And I can take a mogul card or an action card. I'm going to take another mogul card because those give you special abilities or goals. Whenever one of your stations receives a delivery, score +1 point. Oh, okay. So that gives me an extra point when I get some deliveries. Okay. Okay, so that was purple and green 4. Where's green at? Here. 4. Oh, how about that? And this is the last round they can build, so they actually are going to build. Oh no, but they don't have any train stations left to build, so they're not building. They're just going to try to do a delivery. Okay, so the cows are hooked up now to this part. Does that get them closer to anything? No. Still not connected to anything. So I don't think anything's changed here. Almost got the canals connected to something. Oh, this purple. Where is this? No, this is still on its island. Any more purple? No. Oh, this one. Didn't do that one right. Okay. I'm going to say there's nothing to deliver there because I don't see anything. Okay, so end a round. Okay, so this is going to be the last round of the game. This is not looking like a particularly good draw for me. A lot of dead chips. Yep, oof. Got one lightning train there. Yeah, I get to build an extra shack, but I only have 2 trains. And okay, so beginning of the last round. California Gold Rush, 2 Golden Coloma. I did get a lot of money though. So 3, 4, 5. I did get 7 gold. I didn't get my bonus chip, so but with 7 gold, I can buy a lightning train and a point, which I will do. Makes sense to do that at this point. Chip is going to do me no good. You know, and this is where you can get burned too. I got no deliveries here. Although I think, do I still have? I have one of my delivery chips left though, so I can do one delivery with that chip. So I probably will. I've got 3 trains. I can't build a station, so I'm going to use I can build 2 lines at max. I've got no contracts, though. Oh. Which means to build a train, I have to secure a contract, which means I only have 1 train to build a line. So I need to build something from... I mean, I can connect this here. Is that my best move? I could connect these textiles in. Do I need I do need textiles here. Yeah, I don't want to connect to those because that gives them more points than me. Yeah, I'm just going to connect I'm going to go there. That's about all I can do. And deliveries now. This is connected in, so I could, and that's the closest connected gold. Well, that's going to give purple a lot of points. So if I go here, so this gold, the fastest way would be through here to get there. I think that's the only way it connects in. Which will give purple 1, 2, 3, 4. It will give me 1, 2, 3, and I get a bonus point 4. So 4, 4. Green will get 1. I think that's the best thing I can do. It doesn't really. It just gains me on green, really. But what are you gonna do? So green gets 1. Purple gets 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, when somebody goes past the 25 point on the scoring marker, this thing comes in and it goes here, and that lets you purchase lightning trains for $4. Yeah, I think that was the best I could do. Okay, so purple's turn. 3. They're going to build train there. And then they can do a delivery. What's left to deliver here? I don't think that connected anything new in. Steel is connected into here. So the closest steel to this one is this one. This one's not connected, but it could connect there. So that one would give purple 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. Would give green 1. It would give me 3. So it will do that. 5 points. Green gets 1, and I get 3. Okay, green's turn. 4. This is all full, so it's going to move to 4. Where's 4? Oh, it's standing on 4, so it's going to tick up to 5. Where's 5 at? Oh, 5 is over here. Oh, Clean City here. It's going to build to Toronto. Okay, and that does connect in that oil there. Is that going to help green? Green takes that oil. Gives green quite a few points here. 1, 2, 3, for 5 points for green would give me 4 and purple 1. So I think it will do that. So it gets 5, goes up to 29. I get 4, 31, and purple gets 1. All right, that's the end of the last round. So now we go to the final scoring. So in the normal game, everybody would get to do 1 free delivery. It's different in this game. In this game, in the solo game, you have this deck of cards here, and then we're gonna draw all these cards one by one, and I'm gonna make deliveries based on the cities in the order that they show. So I'll put this at the bottom here. So the first card I've drawn here is the Northeast. So it's gonna make deliveries to Boston first, and then Montreal if we can. So Boston is here. Boston is looking for cows. The cows aren't connected to anything. So, and I think that's the only cows on the board. So that's not going to work. Montreal is also looking for cows, not connected to any cows, so nothing there. Then we're going to do the south here. So we're going to do Charleston first. Charleston's looking for textiles. Oh, there's textiles here. I missed this one. So this is going to get delivered the shortest route to there, which would be this route here. So green's going to get 1, 2, 3, 4 points for that. I am going to get, where did that get? Where did we go here? Here? Charleston? I'm going to get 1, 2 points for that. And purple's going to get 1. Oh man, we're all tied here. Almost. It's getting pretty close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 purple. And 1, 2, 3 blue. And then green. 1, 2, 3, 4 green. Okay, might have messed that up a bit. Okay. Okay, now New Orleans needs the gold, so that other one's going to go here. So again, purple's going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get to there. Green on that route. 1, 2, 3, 3 to get there. And then me, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then we do Atlanta. Atlanta's done, so we go on the next card. Southwest, we start with Dallas. Dallas doesn't have anything. Then LA doesn't have anything. El Paso needs a cow. Cows did not get hooked up to anything. And then Tombstone, which I don't think, oh, Tombstone needed steel. It's not connected to anything, so that was an easy card. Okay, Atlantic, we're looking at Baltimore, which is done, and Louisville, which needs crops, which I don't think we have any crops on the board. No, there's no crops on the board. The West, we are doing San Francisco, which needs gold, which nobody gets any points for, and people, which I don't think we have people left on the board. There's no people left on the board. Okay. And okay, the Rockies, starting with Denver. Denver needs cloth. Is this hooked into cloth? This is not hooked in. These guys, this little train track's kind of on an island. It's not hooked. It's the only thing hooked up to the cows. And nothing in here needs cows. That's the only thing it's hooked up to. Okay. Salt Lake City. needs cows. It's not hooked up. Albuquerque needs steel. There's nothing hooked to this one's. Billings, and then Las Vegas. Vegas isn't hooked up to anything, and Billings is done. Okay. Okay, Midwest. We've got Detroit. Where's Detroit at? Oh, there. Needs gold. I think we soaked all the gold up. I don't think there's any gold left. Chicago. Yeah, anything in there doesn't need anything. Can't do anything. Kansas City. I think that's probably it for this area. Where's Kansas? No, Kansas doesn't have a station. Omaha needs people. There's no people left. And then Dodge City needs people. There's no people left. And the last card we're doing is the top there. So Winnipeg is done. Vancouver needs cows, which we don't have. Duluth needs gold, which we soaked out. Spokane is done. And then Portland is done. Okay, so that's it for the last deliveries. And then the next thing we do is we're going to, each of the rivals gets 2 gold cards, and so we're going to reveal gold cards from the mogul deck until we've revealed 2 gold cards. So they'll get some extra points here. So these, okay, so I'll clear these out of the way. So moguls. So this is the purple guy. That's an upgrade card, so I don't care about that. They're all upgrade cards. Okay. Nope. Gold card. Here we go. First gold card for purple. Using your rail lines only, connect either Los Angeles to Albuquerque or Salt Lake City to Duluth. So Los Angeles, I don't think was even connected. Nope, so couldn't do that one. And then Salt Lake City to Duluth. Salt Lake City's here. Oh, it did do that. Bugger. Salt Lake City to Duluth. Purple did that, so it's going to get 7 points for that. Ouch. And build small stations. How many small stations did purple build? 1 here. 2. Looks like it built 2. So it gets 3 more points. Yeah, because it should have 5 stations, 6 stations. So it should have 4 big ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. Okay, so that's purple. Now green. Green build large stations. So what did green build here? Green built a bunch of small stations. Oh, almost exclusively. It's got 1 big station, so it does get nothing for that. Using your rail lines only, connect either Dallas to Duluth or Raleigh to St. Louis. So St. Louis is here. There's no green connected to it, so it couldn't have done the rest of the Raleigh to St. Louis. And then the Duluth also has no green connected to it, so it couldn't do that one, so it doesn't get either of those. Okay. So that's it for the Rivals gold cards. And now it's just my gold cards to see if I can, woof, purple's way up there. Don't think I'm catching purple, but let's see what we did, how we did here. So I got build rail lines in different regions. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 regions. So for 7 regions, I get 6 points. That was 1 short. 6 points. So there. Okay, I don't think I can catch him. And then I got to connect rail lines to these 3 goods. So I do have steel here. And oil. Oil is just here and by Calgary, I think. So I didn't do the oil one. And then the textiles. Oh, I did do textiles. The card shows yellow, but it's orange. So I did 2 of them, actually. To 2 of those types, I get 4 points. So I got 4 more points. So it was pretty close. Purple beat me by 4 points. I think that's it for the scoring. Yeah, that's it. So it was pretty close. I missed by 4 points. So that's how this game plays. Thanks for watching as usual, and I'll catch you next time.